What's up? It's on again. I'm at LAX right now. I'm headed to Pittsburgh. My flight was originally at 5. Now it's been moved until 7:30. So I'm here now. I'm headed to Pittsburgh. I'm going to meet up with Marc and Mike, my partners in Ambrosia. We're manufacturing the next run of Ritual. So we have opted to be present for this run because quality is very important to us, and we want to give you guys a behind the scenes look at what goes into making Ritual, all the quality steps we take and where exactly we make it at. So I'll be giving you guys the behind the scenes, and we'll have like a full-on video being shot and produced on the Tiger Fitness side. I can't wait to show you guys a little bit more. All right, I'm here, Pittsburgh, 3 a.m., late as fuck. I'm tired, but I feel pretty good. I ate a couple times on the plane actually. As usual, I took my food with me, so it wasn't too bad. I caught maybe about an hour of sleep, but I'm gonna head over to the hotel right now. Mike's staying there too. Marc is driving in the morning, so he'll come pick us up, and we'll start the day from there. But I got about 5 hours to get some sleep, and I'm gonna do just that. So over the last 7 years of having operating HPN, I do have quite a bit of experience in traveling and staying at hotels, and I've had my share of red eyes, guys and girls, and it's not easy to recover from these things and get into the groove and be performing optimally the next day. But nonetheless, it's part of the grind, especially when you're traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast. You're always behind the ball because the second you get on the plane, if you're going to the East Coast, you've lost 3 hours. So even if you leave at 7 a.m., you technically left at 10 a.m. and you have a 5-hour flight, so you won't get there until 3 o'clock their time. And that's leaving at 7 a.m. So oftentimes I have to take a red eye where I leave late at night the night before to get there in the morning. But that requires me to either function very well on limited sleep or try and sleep on the plane. But nonetheless, what I was getting at is when you're in a situation where you're flying in really, really late like this, it's 4 a.m., 4:18 a.m. right now that I'm sitting down in my room. When you're in this type of situation, you can get pretty lucky where you can book your room for that coming day where normally you wouldn't check in until like 3 p.m. And the people who work at night are like very sympathetic to, the weary traveler, and they'll usually let you check in to your room. So effectively what should have been 2 night stays at $180 a night, I just got away with doing 1 night. So I only paid for today, which is Wednesday. I didn't have to pay for Tuesday night. So I saved $180 right off the bat. So that's fun. And in this game of life, it doesn't matter how successful you get and how much money you make. You have to be conscious of things like this, because for me, if I can save $180, that's $180 I can spend on my team. We can have a big dinner together. We can order in food for everyone for lunch. I can get someone a gift card for doing a really good job, and just things like that. And that's where the money should go. It shouldn't be blown just because you have it. You don't need to blow it on excess or just reckless spending. Things like taking care of your team and your people and the people who support the vision of the organization, that's where my priority is, and that's where I'm putting my time and effort in developing my team and letting them know through my actions and my words and my intentions that they mean everything to me, because that's the truth. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning when I meet up with Mike first. Probably get some breakfast, and then Marc will roll in sometime around 10. All right, time for bed. Quick check-in. I don't really show my conditioning very often because, well, it's really not that fucking important. And I feel like a lot of times people overemphasize their body fat as a means of validating their success in living a healthy lifestyle. And while it is important to look good, I think, and live the lifestyle that we portray, your body fat being lower certainly doesn't mean you're healthier. Many of the people that I see that are the leanest are the least healthy. But with that said, I've started the process of bringing my body fat down a little bit in a healthy way, in a sustainable way. And again, I never fluctuate too far. I'm only talking about a few pounds, but just to give an update on conditioning, this is where I'm currently sitting. When I measured myself the other morning, I was about 11% body fat. So I'll probably take it down just under 10, and I like sitting there. That's my favorite. I just find for me personally that if I go any lower than that, I start to get hungry all the time and have really bad cravings, because naturally my body doesn't like to be at that body fat, nor do I think really anyone's body. But unless if you are someone who, you know, has been like maybe having like abs when you were even like a little kid, just for no reason at all, and you just really sit lean, it just runs in your genetics, then you really probably shouldn't strive to maintain body fat levels to that extent, because you'll constantly be fighting yourself, and you will experience things like diminished hormone levels, joint issues, energy issues, appetite issues. These are all things that can be avoided just by focusing on maintaining a healthy and sustainable body fat, rather than going for one that you see in magazines or on Instagram with people who may or may not be using, you know, other types of things that you're not using that'll enable them to do that. So chances are, you know, and I don't like taking the easy, you know, way out and then, you know, having any kind of like finger pointing, because it really doesn't matter in the end. But if someone's maintaining a super low body fat, if they're shredded and they have a significant amount of muscle, chances are that they at least have some kind of hormonal support to enable them to do this for an extended time period. You can have significant amounts of muscle. Someone like Doug Miller, the greatest natural pro bodybuilder who happens to be a friend of mine, you can have a lot of muscle and you can be in shape. Doug regularly probably stays somewhere around 10% body fat. But again, this is the very best natural pro bodybuilder on the planet. But to be having an extreme amount of muscle like Doug and also be maintaining around 6% body fat would to me indicate, you know, a little bit of hormonal help, because I know what it feels like to be that lean, and I know what it, you know, I don't know what it feels like to have that much muscle, but I know what it feels like to have a little bit of muscle at least that I have, that I've built over the last 10 years of training. And to do both for an extended period of time, it just doesn't work out. Not without some kind of hormonal support, because as a natural bodybuilder, as soon as your body fat goes under like 8% and approaches 6%, your testosterone levels are gone and all of your other hormone levels are depleted. Your recovery is slower. Everything kind of hurts. You're always hungry. You don't sleep well, and your appetite's out of control. So these are all things that a little bit of hormonal support can help manage. But without it, you're not going to be able to do it for very long. So don't look at other people and the body fat they maintain, if it's super low, as being an indicator of their health or their success and their longevity in this fitness and working out environment, because it's not what it's all about. It's about being healthy, performing well, feeling good, being strong, and all the things that come from that. The confidence, the mental strength, the sharpness, and the ability to go after a goal. Those are things that don't require a low body fat. And you can look good and feel good and be around 10% body fat, I think, and enjoy most of what you want. And a lot of you guys, you've probably never even been 10% body fat, so it's still a goal in and of itself. But once you get to 10% body fat, you may be like, oh man, I wish I was 6% body fat or whatever, like you see in magazines and stuff. But again, keep in mind, it's not what it appears to be, and take that from someone who's been there. It's not healthy to maintain in the long run. I had one more thought before bed. I just, you know, some of you may follow along on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you'll know based on the date today that I did have kind of an unfortunate morning. You know, every day is a blessing to be healthy and alive and be doing what I love and have an amazing group of people around me. But I did have a little bit of an unfortunate morning. My dog, who I picked out as a puppy, Baxter is his name. I picked him out when we first moved to Michigan. And he's been a part of my family ever since for over 13 years. He had to be put down this morning. It was really, really sad. I was able to be present through FaceTime, you know, at his doctor's appointment where they decided it was the right thing to do. My mom and my sister were there, and they, you know, they FaceTimed me in, and I was talking to the doctor, and I was talking to them, and he had broken his foot, and when you're that age and his bones are that thin, they decided that doing the surgery wasn't going to make him better. It was unlikely that he was going to recover and be able to function the way that he would want to, and he was going to be in a lot of pain. So we had to make the decision to let him go, and it was really hard. And I've been kind of fighting back the tears all day today, and I did write like a little post about him, just kind of it was for me more than for anyone, but you know, I like to share things like that if I can, because I know that other people have gone through it too, and you know, I want to let people know that, you know, this is a rough thing to deal with. You know, we're human. I'm human. Everyone's human, and it's not easy to deal with. Just knowing that he's gone and that I won't be able to play with him again, or go for a walk with him again, or any of those types of things. It just really sucks, but I will always treasure all the memories I have with him, and you know, all the pictures that I have with him and pictures of him. And man, he was just a great dog, as I'm sure many of you have had a great dog, and you know how amazing and pure that bond is with an animal that just is just nothing but love. And I'm gonna close this day out by just saying that, you know, it's just all love. When you have an animal and you have a relationship like that, you know what I mean. I don't have to explain it to you, but I truly did love that dog. I love Baxter, and I'm gonna miss him big time. I'm gonna get some sleep now, and I'll see you in the morning. All right, good morning. Marc is about 30 minutes out. I just woke up. I went to bed close to 5 a.m., so slept about 4 hours. It's 9 a.m. I'm getting ready right now, making some coffee. And I'm using the jar from the large overtraining solution, but I have servings of Ritual in there. So I'm gonna make that up real quick and then jump in the shower and then get ready.
She's gonna explain it. She's hot.
Why she has such a classy high?
Yeah.
What is that? Bruce. Seriously?
Process, you guys have probably seen all this before, but the beginning of the room is a bulk copper feeder, so that just feeds the bulk powder into the fill head, and then it's an automatic filler that'll, you know, constantly has bottles that is feeding this belt. It'll take the bottle down, pick it up, fill it, send it down to metal detection. We'll do the check weigh, scoop lid, and then we'll clean it off and send it through the window in the wall where it'll get sealed and labeled and everything like that. So, you know, we can move some things in and out of here. We do have some new equipment coming, like an automatic check weigher and scooper and things like that that should be here in the fall.
So the scoop will then be automatic. Right now it's hand put in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah, I know you said you had like a handful of
It actually went up. We're in the room right now blending Ritual. That's like,
it's really light.
now
want to move this?
Oh yeah. Okay. Don't need a jack. Okay, so I just showed you the bottling process for Ritual. Now we're in the labeling room, and as bottles finish being filled and weighed, making sure that the weight's on point so that we know exactly the right amount of powder and servings are in each bottle. Then we move into the labeling room, and then the sealing and neck banding positioning. So labels are applied, seals are applied, and basically everything that's done to turn it into a finished product ready to go. So part of the reason why we're here is we're actually working on new flavors of Ritual and NEKTAR because we need an alternative to coffee for those of you who don't like coffee. So this has already been in progress for a couple months. We're finalizing it today. And NEKTAR, we just want another option because even though NEKTAR tastes phenomenal, some people just don't like certain flavors. So we want to have a second option to make sure that you guys can drink NEKTAR and get all the benefits of it, of the organ health, without being limited based on having one flavor. And more flavors is always better for something that is selling very well and is super effective. So we are going to finalize a new flavor of Nectar and a new flavor of Ritual today that we will also be revealing this week. These are all different types of flavors that are available. Different types of sweeteners, different types of vitamin additives, different types of other ingredients that can help with flavor stabilization or shelf stability. And basically, long story short, is this is only just the beginning. There's actually custom versions of all these too that we sometimes will utilize, but this is the basis of getting new flavors going. We'll use all these and come up with new and innovative ways to make things taste exactly like we want them to.
A little too interesting for this.
Bam. All right, cool. You want to get as close to 2.
Okay.
This is a very accurate scale. Ooh, a little more. Oh, it's a fucking heaper.
That's gonna almost get it.
All right, so we have a completed Ritual sample of our new flavor. We're gonna head over to the conference room right now and actually try it live all together, and we'll announce the flavor for you.
So we got strawberry nectar.
All right, we're back at the hotel. Marc's taking a dump, Birdman's farting in the hallway, and Mike is doing other activities. So we're getting changed. We're gonna get ready to head over to the gym. We just ate lunch, had great meetings, great filming sessions, finalized the flavor for new Ritual, which is going to be the orange juice flavor, and the new Nectar, which is the strawberry symphony flavor. So pretty exciting stuff today. Already a lot got done, and it's 4 o'clock here p.m. So now we're gonna go train, continue brainstorming. We have another big project that we're working on for Ambrosia that will be a first for the industry. And we don't consider Ambrosia a sports nutrition company, but you know, we are sports nutrition guys, and so this is something brand new that you guys will never have encountered from a sports nutrition company before, or sports nutrition guys. So we're really trying to do things different, and I think this is a big step in that. Something like I said, never been done, never this amount of effort been put into a project like Ambrosia. Good morning. It's about 6:30 a.m. I'm at the Pittsburgh airport. I just said bye to Mike, said bye to Marc yesterday. Here, about to board on my flight. Luckily there was an upgrade available for $40, so for Southwest, if you don't know, if you never taken Southwest, you have open seating, so you don't have an assigned seat. So where you board kind of means you can pick your seat. So if you get to be in the first few people on Southwest, you can either sit right in the very front if you want, or you can sit in the exit row. Either way, you're in a good position to make sure that you get the seat you want. So I'll probably take the front row seat because that means that you can get like super leg room. You can't put anything under your feet, which kind of sucks, but I only have one bag anyway, my duffel bag, so I can throw that up above, and then I'll be pretty comfortable that way. When I'm taking a flight like this from the East Coast back to the West Coast, you're gaining 3 hours. So I'm gonna take off at 7:15, but I'm gonna land at 9:30. So I have the full day in front of me. So really your day's 3 hours longer. So it's pretty important to try and sleep on a flight like this if you can, especially when you didn't really quite get enough sleep the night before. So it's key. Every little advantage is key. And with Southwest, I recommend that you not buy the upgrade when you check in, because they actually charge like at least 2 to 3 times more. So when I went up to the gate this morning to check in, it was $140. Now here at the gate, it was $40. So straight up just saved $100 and still got the same thing that I wanted. I got some snacks for the flight. I got beef jerky, lean beef jerky. I have a protein bar. My favorite bar right now, Rise Bars. They're actually made in California. They're 4 ingredients. It's like almonds, honey, protein powder, and then like natural flavor. And then I got a Coke Zero, just because the carbonation helps fill me up a little bit more. Because again, on a day like this, the day's 3 hours longer, which means you might want to eat more, but you pretty much just want to eat the same amount, get back in your routine. It's gonna be a great day today, but this will be the end of this vlog. We went and visited our manufacturing facility here in Pittsburgh for Ritual, and it was awesome. We officially unveiled 2 new flavors for Ambrosia, the orange juice flavor of Ritual and the strawberry symphony flavor of Nectar. So Ambrosia's growing, it's rocking and rolling. Got my hat on, so It was a great trip. It's always good to train with Mike and Marc. We had a crazy, awesome chest session, which I'm sure you'll be seeing video of. But as always, guys, we keep putting in the work because we're passionate about this. I'm passionate about this. This is what I love to do. There's nothing I'd rather be doing, and there's nothing else I can imagine doing other than trying to make amazing products that, you know, aren't copycat products, that are really helping people live better lives, including myself and ourselves. We design products because we want to use them first, and then hopefully you guys can enjoy them too and benefit from them. But stay tuned for the next one.